All right, we did some cool things in one of our games recently with some substitutions, with some strategy, with the flex DP and creating an OP. So I wanted to make a video on this one using the softball flex DP simulator. So again, you can get this on the App Store. Just search softball DP for iOS, or you can find the link in the description of this video. So we'll jump right into it. We're going to use the load previous lineups function because I already created a lineup for this video just with the lineup that we used in the game. So that's going to be next video. We'll click on that. We'll just continue. We don't want to create a copy with a different name. We could do that if we wanted to, play off of this lineup and change some things, but we're just going to use this one. So we'll click continue. So here's our lineup. A couple things to make note of. We've got our DP in the 2 spot, and our 3-hole hitter is our first baseman. She's also a good relief pitcher for us, so we want to have the ability to maybe warm her up later in the game. I know that's something coaches always run into, like, okay, they're about to hit, but we want them to get warmed up, and should we pinch run for them to take them out of the game so they can warm up or whatever? But we'll get into that, and I'll show you what we did because she is in relief. Ness is our cleanup hitter. She's a right fielder, does a good job in the outfield, but we do have somebody on the bench with a little bit better range defensively, so that'll come into play here as well. And let's see if there's anything else. Nothing else really. We do some other subs here. Our pitcher is in the flex, so kind of the traditional way to do it. Pitcher is just playing the field, pitching, not hitting, obviously being the flex, and that's always in the 10 spot on the lineup card. And then I just have 4 bench players. These are the ones that we used in the game. So, we're not going to enter our whole team in here, but just these 4 that we're going to use. So, again, that's our whole lineup here. We're going to go ahead and hit submit now because that will now make our lineup official for the app so that it's going to follow all the correct substitution rules. This is the same as when the umpires tell you at the pregame meeting, at the home plate meeting, hey, all lineups are now official. So now you can go ahead and, make changes and they have to follow the rule book. So we'll proceed here. All right. So jumping right into this game, Harmony, our DP, gets on base kind of early on in the game. It's like the 3rd inning or something. So we do want to run for her. We have some quick pinch runners on the bench. So we're going to go ahead up to the substitution bar at the top, and we're going to go to bench substitutions, bench sub, and we're going to switch Sophia, who's an outfielder that's pretty fast, into the DP spot because we're on the base paths right now. So the game keeps going here. We end up getting a couple more runners on, and now we have Kaylee come up. Okay, now we've got a good left-handed bat. I know it can be confusing with the name Kayla on the bench. So we're actually going to pinch hit here. We thought it was a good matchup. So here we're just going to go up again to the substitution bar, and we're going to go to bench substitutions, and we're going to choose Kayla now. Kayla will come in for Kaylee in the 6th spot. So we're going to make that sub. So that inning ends up finishing up. We have the lead now. Okay, so we want to keep that in mind because we kind of prefer some defense now. So we're going to go Kaylee back in the 3rd because she's good defensively. Kayla did her pinch hit. So if you scroll down, you'll see obviously Kaylee can still use a re-entry. So can Harmony in our DP spot. So we're going to re-enter Kaylee here. We just click her with the quick function here. And so Kaylee now is back in the 6th spot. And Harmony's still on the bench. Was our starting DP. We have Sophia running, who ran for her, but that spot has not come up again to bat. Okay. So there's Kayla. You can see Kayla Burns. She's done because she came off the bench. So now we get into like the 5th inning, 6th inning. I forgot which exactly, but later in the game, the 2 spot is coming back up again. So we do want Harmony to bat because she's a good hitter. So we're going to re-enter her. So again, we could use that quick function, but we're just going to go to substitution bar here, and we're going to click on bench subs and re-enter Harmony. Okay, so again, this is like the 6th inning or something. We want Harmony to hit, so she re-enters back into the DP spot. She gets out. I think Madison gets out. Ness now gets on base, our cleanup hitter. Okay, it's late in the game. We have not used a sub for her yet, so we're going to pinch run with another speedy outfielder, and Ness plays outfield. So we're going to go with Kenzie off of the bench. So we're going to go to bench subs, and we're going to choose Kenzie to run for Ness. So now we got Kenzie in the 4 spot playing right field. Okay, so that inning ends up being finished. Now we're on defense. Let's say I think it's the bottom of the 6th. It's late in the game. We're winning by a couple runs. So we are just going to leave Kenzie in here. We don't need to re-enter Ness because Kenzie's got good range in the outfield. She's a good, fast right fielder. So we're just going to leave that for now. And what we want to do now, because it's the 6th, we want Madison, remember, our potential relief pitcher, to get warmed up and get ready to go. It's a close game. Our starting pitcher, Jules, has done a great job, but, we've gone a couple times through the lineup now. So what we're going to do is move Madison to the OP, to the offensive player. And so how we do that is we need to enter first our DP into the field. So again, we're just going to show you the bench. Again, we have Ness down here who we could re-enter. And because we're going to move Madison from first base to OP, that means we need somebody that can play first base, assuming our DP, who we're going to put into the field, cannot play first base, which she cannot. So fortunately, Kaimi on the bench can play first base, okay? So let's go. So here again, it's kind of so you can see what we're doing. So basically, we're going to go DP into the field, and then that's going to be into first base, so that moves Madison to the OP, and then we're going to sub Kaimi in to this spot because Kaimi can play first base. So now this spot will be playing first base. Okay, so let's go up to the substitution bar, and we're going to go DP takes field. And so now we're going to switch the DP with Madison, first base. So now Madison is the OP offensive player. So Madison has not used a sub. She can come out of the game defensively. It's not technically out of the game, though. She hasn't used a sub. She just moves to hitting only, and our DP goes to first base. So now, again, Harmony, not a first baseman, but Kaimi on the bench is. So now we're just going to sub Kaimi in for Harmony. So now Kaimi's playing first. Madison is at the OP, and she can come out of the field defensively, go get warm. So that's what we end up doing. She gets warm. We're going to bring her into the game now. And so to do that, remember our flex is pitching in the 10 spot right now. 10 spot obviously meaning not batting, but she's in the flex pitching. So we just need to drop the flex now. And then that puts us to 9. So we can't have an OP anymore. So then we can put Madison to pitcher. So we're just going to go up to the substitution bar. We're going to go to flex DP changes. And we're going to drop to 9 and remove the flex. So now the app just fills that with whoever. So it puts Kaimi at pitcher. Obviously, we just explained this to the ump. So in the app, we can just go up to position changes and swap Madison and Kaimi now. So position changes, and we're going to switch these two. So there we go. So now Kaimi is in the DP spot, in the 2 spot, playing first base. Madison is pitching, and we finish the game with 9 because we dropped our flex. So if we wanted, remember, we could, like if the game got tied or something, we have Ness available to re-enter back up to the 4 spot. Remember, she was our cleanup hitter for right field. But we wanted the defense, so we left Kenzie in there. But again, if the game got tied, we could re-enter Ness. And then also, we do have Jules, our initial starting pitcher. We could just add back into the flex. Remember, we dropped the flex. So if we wanted her to come back into pitch maybe, then we could re-enter her into that 10 spot. But fortunately, we didn't have to do that. We finished up the game. And a big reason for that was doing these substitutions.